EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. A hand will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Arizona Cardinals. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. They start the drive with Martin. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
From the shotgun, Aikman. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
17 yards, first down, Vikings. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
They'll throw on first down with Aikman. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Touchdown, Cardinals! Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious it's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Aikman. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Here's Aikman setting to throw it. And his throw is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive,
he's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. To throw, Moon. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Time to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was... And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Vikings take over 1st down at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Now a give, right side. Warner. Oh, look at the juke. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. In a wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Aikman operating from the gun. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. Aikman will throw. Right back to Njoku. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They go back to the ground with Spiller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's Aikman. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. A 1st down carry here for Charles. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go now.
Boom. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 29 yards. And the Cardinals go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go right back to Spiller here on 1st down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Aikman looking to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. On the counter, it's Spiller. They find some open field here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They go play action now. Aikman. And it's caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. T.Y. Hilton as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally, and you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
On first down, it's Charles again.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now move. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this third quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They go play action with Aikman. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Tanner Muse collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Well, both sides searching for adjustments.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Kevin Pirates, on the ball.
Now Moon. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Moon to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And his kick is indeed good, and they take a 17-14 lead.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
On 2nd down, Spiller looking for space.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. action. It's Aikman. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
The tackle made back at his 48-yard line.
Here's Moon. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Touchdown, Vikings! Brandon Cooks, 75 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Ready?
Again, it's Charles. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go up the middle with Jamal Charles. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
On 3rd down, Moon. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. Now it's Aikman. On the screen, complete to Spiller. And some room to work. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 40 yards. They're good at running the screen. Sometimes it's probably taken for granted, though. You need a good deal of deception in there, don't you?
You certainly do. And you know what else you need? The people who aren't involved in the deception to make sure they hold their blocks and someone doesn't flash too quickly in the face of it.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. David Njoku, 27 yards. And the Vikings are moving closer to a date now. The NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
79 Broncos.
To throw on second down, Moon. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, that's good for a 1st down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A toss play. Here comes Charles. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted.
Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field.